Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Thursday, the 24th of April 2025. In today's Millwall news, we're going to start off with another transfer link. Obviously, the summer, it's a coming in, as we used to sing back in primary school. And this is from a website called eflanalysis.com. Make of that what you will. They all look like this, they've got the big pictures, the exclusive. It's an exclusive. And you wonder, why would these people get an exclusive? And the thing is, because when you ask them what their source is, and they say, my sources, I made it the fuck up. It's exclusive because you've just made it up. Now, is this made up? I don't know, but this is kind of a random one to make up, to be honest. But again, so the headline is Middlesbrough and Millwall in transfer battle for 6'5" defender wanted by Bundesliga clubs. Okay, and then you go down, you read the first couple of lines, no name. And then you read more, and it's talking about how Middlesbrough's season has not been the best. Again, no name. Who is this guy? And then they say, oh, they might have to let some players go. And then there is a name, Aidan Hackney, but that's not the player they're talking about. They're still talking about Middlesbrough players leaving because their season hasn't been too good. Okay. And then you get a picture. Still no name. And then you get the name. So Middlesbrough and Millwall interested in Calvin Brackelmann. We have learned via our transfer expert Graham Bailey that Middlesbrough, along with Millwall, are looking at 25-year-old defender Calvin Brackelmann, who is currently plying his trade in the second tier with SC Paderborn. EFL Analysis understands that a number of championship clubs are chasing German defender Calvin Brackelmann and have been watching him closely in recent weeks. Brackelmann currently plays for Paderborn in the Bundesliga 2, and they are enjoying a good campaign. Currently, just a point off the playoff place for a place in the top flight. 6'5" Brackelmann is a left-sided central defender who can also play left back, and his form has seen a number of clubs from across Europe take an interest. We can reveal that Middlesbrough and Millwall are among the clubs who have watched him in recent months, but they are not alone. Aha, so this is a thing that they do. They find out, obviously they find out, they get some information that these clubs have sent scouts to watch this player, or they probably don't even know that he's looking at that player. They're just that he's gone to that club, and you assume, well, they must be looking at this guy, because who else are they going to be looking at? Everyone else is fucking dog shit. So Brackelmann, who's also attracting the interest from the Bundesliga, has just over 12 months left on his current deal. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Sounds like a deal could be done. There he is again with a questionable haircut and moustache. So what Middlesbrough and Mill fans need to know about Calvin Brackelmann, and then you get basically it's just a rehash of the Wikipedia for Calvin Brackelmann, and then it ends there. He's a three-time capped under-19 German international. So a late developer, and that's the thing, you get these players who play like under 18, under 19, under 20s, under 21s. They don't make a full cap, but they still exist. So at one point in time, they were considered one of the best players for their nation. Maybe they take a little bit of time to develop, and maybe we should keep track of those players and see how they do in the future. Because it might be something there. So, Calvin Brackelmann. Who is that? Well, this is from whoscored.com. It's the page for Calvin Brackelmann. He is 25 at the moment. He's going to be 26 at the end of the year in August. Is that the end of the year? Not really, is it? So in the summer, at the end of the summer, you could say 22nd of August, he's only 26 years old. This is his so far this season in the Bundesliga 2. 18 appearances, 1,519 minutes, 2 goals, 2 yellow cards, shots per game of 1.2. Now, obviously, shots also includes headers. He is a big lad. As we saw at the weekend, when for some reason George Savile has figured out how to take set pieces, and we end up scoring. So if you imagine, I don't know if they're looking at him for left back or maybe like as primarily as a centre back, but maybe as an option at left back, not first option, but further down. If you imagine him and Jake Cooper and Tanganga and Kramer, if he's playing at right back and he's not, and Lennon's not there, and Mihailo Ivanovic and Josh Coburn if he comes next season, like you can't mark them all. You can't mark all of them, and you can't foul all of them. You keep fouling. If you foul everyone, we're almost certainly going to get some penalties. So, and you can see here, Ariel's won 2.7 per game. That's pretty high. And he's got man of the matches, which on WhoScored.com just means he got the highest score in a game of football of both sides involved. So he got 3 out of 18. That's not bad. And he's got an average rating of 7. So average of 7 over 18 appearances this season. You all been playing at centre back. His strengths are direct free kicks. What? What do you mean direct free kicks? What, taking them? He's a 6'5" German defender and he takes free kicks. Is he Lothar Matthäus? How? How do they let him take the free kicks? I guess. I mean, damn. And obviously strong aerial duels. He plays the ball off the ground often, likes to play long balls, indirect set piece threat, clears the ball out of defence often. Sounds bloody good to me. There's his latest matches, but if we go on to this, we can see all of the matches. So this season, starting in September. So it does seem to be that he's missing some games. It looks like he hasn't played since March. Now maybe because they know he's going to leave, or maybe he was injured because he only played 36 minutes of the last game. So you would assume he started and he came off in the 36th minute. He still got a 6.5 rating out of 36 minutes. I mean, how good he must be. You can see that he's played a lot of 90 minutes. Only subbed off. You assume it's subbed off 3 times. Playing 82 minutes, playing 51 minutes, playing 36 minutes. There's his man of the matches, and he got a goal. He got 2 goals in 2 games in a row in November. Pretty good. So what's his highest score? 7.91? No, 8.07. 8.07. But that was against Preußen Munster. And the lowest seems to be 6.08. And he got booked in a 2-2 draw with Hamburger. So, But even though he's a defender, obviously I'm not a massive expert on the Bundesliga 2. Not a lot of clean sheets in his games. Obviously he's only one of a number of the defensive team. Maybe their goalkeeper's dog shit, or maybe that's why he wants to leave. If they keep conceding all these goals, and he's probably not happy with that. But you imagine they concede all these goals, they don't keep clean sheets, and he's still getting high scores. So there must be something about him. Now, I believe if you wanted to cast an eye over him, Sky Sports on their YouTube channel do at times put live games on the Bundesliga 2 on that channel. So you may be able to find a game that he's played and you could watch the whole game on YouTube. If you're that way inclined, or just, So, who is he? Where has he been? So, this website doesn't track all of the divisions; it just tracks the main ones. And to be honest with you, from the outside looking in, obviously, if you go around the big leagues in Europe, we know what they are: the Premier League, La Liga in Spain, Serie A in Italy, and Bundesliga WOUW in Germany, and Bundesliga in Germany, and Ligue 1 in France. But Ligue 1, that's a bit. I don't rate Ligue 1 personally. I think it's very, very poor league, really. But then, if you would go to those countries and look at the second divisions in those countries, I think obviously the standout is the Championship. I think it's an incredible league in terms of fans, attendance, and quality of football. But going around the rest of the leagues, I think you would say that the Bundesliga WOUW is probably up there as well. As a really good level of football at the second division in a nation in Europe. So there you go. So last season, he joined Paderborn, and I believe we're going to get into it in a minute. I believe he was at clubs lower down, maybe in the third division in Germany. And he's gone up to this level. Bit part player at first, and then this season he's really pushed on, and been really, really good. But before then, 8 appearances, 5 as a substitute, 740 minutes. So he's doubled his minutes in a season. He scored 2 goals. He's improved everything really. Aerials 1 has shot up. Again, this is per 90, so that makes it so that you compare both seasons when there's 8 games played and 18 games. You can compare them because it's 2.7 per 90 minutes and 1.1 per 90 minutes. So look at that, 6.43 jumping up to 7. Not bad, eh? If we can look at his defensive stuff that he's done, 1.4 tackles per game, 1.4 interceptions per game average. Clearances per game, 6.8. And we do love, that's where it's at, That's what we do. We do a lot, when we don't have possession, we clear the ball when the teams come at us, That's what we do. So there you go. Still, Calvin Brackelmann. This is his page from fbref.com. If we go down, we've seen that. So obviously, because this is Bundesliga WOUW, there's not a lot of information. And again, this website doesn't cover all the leagues, but because there is missing, so you would think that they would at least write in what's missing, but no. He seems to have disappeared for 2 years. But I think that's because he played for a league that's not covered by this website. And you can see here, at the age of 22, he goes to the third division of German football. So he starts off at Köln, which is FC Cologne in English. They spell it different, because it's their country. That's how they do it. He starts out he plays for the under-19s in a special under-19 Bundesliga, much like our under-21 division. He plays 624 minutes at the age of 16, age of 17, 1,530 minutes. Not bad. And then he's got the 2 missing years, which I think we'll get onto in a minute. And then Ingolstadt, 04. I don't know why they do the 04s and the 07s. I don't know what else. They love putting numbers in their names. What's that about? I don't know. But they finished 11th in that league. He's got 1 season there. He starts 28 games. No, he starts 25 games, plays in 28. 2,159 minutes. He scores 2 goals, 1 assist. Seems to really, really well. Just wow! Look, first season as a pro, stand out, and obviously gets a move to Paderborn in the division above in Bundesliga WOUW. They finished 7th in the league, and then at the moment they're 5th in the league. As mentioned, they're battling for the playoffs, and 18 starts, as we mentioned, the time, etc. So there you go. I think that's it, really. Obviously, there's, again, because it's not because it's not Bundesliga, because it's Bundesliga 2, there isn't a proper, full-on stats, so there's not really point that, that's it, what you can get. So, here we go. Place of birth, Lüneburg in Germany. He started his career with FC Köln 2, which is the reserve team of FC Köln. And you can see here. So youth career, going around for quite a few clubs. He's not it looks like he was rejected, you would assume, because that youth career, they're not transferring players around. It's like, oh, you're cut. You didn't make it from under 15s to under 16s. You're cut, and then you go to Hansa Rostock, and then you go to FC Köln. And so the missing years, it seems, he was playing for FC Köln reserves, 2018 to 2020. He made 11 appearances, and then he's playing for Schalke reserves, and then he plays for a club called SV Rodinghausen, which sounds pretty much like Riding House. Plays 2 games for them. Then he goes to Lübeck, and then he starts turning it on. He's got 29 appearances, 2 goals. As we just mentioned, FC Ingolstadt in the 3rd division, 28 appearances, 2 goals, and so far for SC Paderborn in the 2nd division. So he's working his way up. He started off at FC Köln, went to their reserves, gone down into, I don't know what league FC Ridinghausen they're in. It might even be regional, might even be like the 4th division or something like that. Obviously, this was at the time of COVID, so I don't know if they I don't know how it was in Germany, if they if they furloughed people, if they just if they just let them go, they just sacked them. I don't know what it was over there. But that might have been the case here, because he's here for 4 games, he's here for 2 games, and then it kicks on. He realizes, man, life is short, and it can be taken away at any minute by a bunch of bureaucrats and their petty foibles. You should get on with your life while you can. And here we go, Lübeck, Ingolstadt, SC Paderborn. What's next? Millwall? Maybe not. So it says he's mainly a centre back, but he was played as a left back at Ingolstadt. But again, that was in the German 3rd division. He hasn't played at that as a left back in the 2nd division. So don't know about that. So yeah, that's it. Calvin Brackelmann. Now again, 25 at the moment, 26. That's kind of cutting it for terms of if we're picking up an asset. This seems like ready-made. It seems like out of the bag. This is he's better than what he is because he's a late developer. And if we get him, now obviously if he comes in and plays the season of his life, and he offers the Premier League clubs and the Bundesliga clubs are throwing money at us, saying, look, we want him, obviously, you're going to sell him, but then, he's going to be 27. Highly unlikely that they're going to do that. So, we'll see how we go. But, Calvin Brackelmann. Now, moving on to this, we've got 3 stories, and they all involve speaking to Mihailo Ivanovic. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. I think obviously been doing interviews. Maybe this is from the Mill TV interview that he did the other day, post the awards dinner, end of season awards dinner. Yeah. So, Mihailo Ivanovic is making Mills Denny's own as he enjoys more wonderful feelings in SE16. Mihailo Ivanovic is making a Denny's home. The 20-year-old Serbian striker scored twice in Mills' crucial 3-1 win over Norwich City on Easter Monday, marking his second brace on home turf this month after netting twice against Portsmouth on April the 5th. Ivanovic's opener against the Canaries saw him reach double figures for the season in league goals, a milestone he admitted felt particularly sweet in front of the home crowd. It's great to score two, especially at the Den again. Wonderful feeling, said Ivanovic. I knew Femi was going to put the straight ball in. I was hoping it was going to come straight to me, but it bounced off somebody. I just needed to think fast, and I took it with my knee. It went just inside, and that's the important thing. The Serbian's second goal came via a header, something he holds a particular affection for. Ooh. I was hoping the ball was coming my way, he explained. I saw Sav landing it at the first post, so I just went there and headed it. And it's the most wonderful thing to score a header for me. I don't know why, but I love scoring headers. Now with 11 league goals in his debut championship season, Ivanovic admitted he wasn't sure what to expect coming into English football. I'm not sure what to say about that because it's a hard league, especially for my first few games. It's difficult, but when you get used to it with your teammates and your team is good, it's my job to score the goals. Since Alex Neil's arrival at Millwall, Ivanovic's form has notably improved. The striker credits Neil's coaching for helping refine his movement in and around the box. 1 month after he arrived, he saw that maybe I had something to improve on a little bit more, and he's helped me a lot with the movement on the second post, the first post, when to go and when not to go. He's helped me a lot. Mill remain in the hunt for a playoff place, and Ivanovic says the collective spirit is driving individual success. We are, as a team, in good form, on a good run, competing for the playoffs still. So I can give credit only to my teammates and my coach, and that's it. That's the reason I am in good form. A key part of that good form has been his growing partnership with fellow striker Josh Coburn, with Neil opting for a two-man frontman in recent games. Oh, Josh Coburn, he's an amazing player. I love playing with him up front because he's a little bit taller than me and he can fight for the ball, said Ivanovic. I can wait in the spaces a little bit more, and there are two guys in the box always for the crosses. I love playing with Josh. We are 2 against 2, and then defenders. He helps me a lot. I try to help him as much as I can because he's used to this league. And I am new, and we speak a lot, and we are good friends also. So it's really good. As for his goal target for the season, Ivanovic remained tight-lipped. Oh, there is still more to come. We will see at the end of the season how it goes. We will see. I am in the battle for it, but, we will see if I hit it. Now, moving on to the southernnews.co.uk again, speaking about or to Mihailo Ivanovic. The goals at the Den are more special to me. Mill striker Mihailo Ivanovic breaks down some of his recent strikes. When Joe Bryan was dragged down outside the box late in the first half on a cold February evening in Deepdale, most Mill fans would have expected the left back to take the resulting free kick. With the game poised in the balance, the spot kick offered a rare sight of goal for the Lions, who had so far been kept in check by a stubborn Preston North End side that had earned a goalless draw against second place Burnley 3 days later. Point of order, when you use the phrase spot kick, that is used to refer to a penalty spot kick. That's why it's called a spot kick, because you take it from the penalty spot. A free kick is not a spot kick, it's a set piece. Set piece, I guess. I don't know what else you could say. But it's certainly not a spot kick. After a brief discussion, Bryan and a more unfamiliar face stood over the ball. Mihailo Ivanovic, who had yet to take a free kick in his senior career, took a breath and then whipped the ball over the wall and into the back of the net. The Serbian told the News that he asked to take the set piece. Oh, I volunteered. I told Joe I would take this one because he took one before, and he said, no, I will take this one. I will try it. And then that happened. And this is the first one in my senior career, but I was practicing after training sometimes here, but nobody saw it, and when I scored it, everybody was asking, how did you do it? And I was practicing after training actually with Edomu, and he's the only one that knows. And I took it and I scored, so that's good. The 20-year-old has made a habit of volunteering for important set pieces. When Josh Coburn won a penalty in the 96th minute of Mill's clash with Stoke City on March the 15th, with the score again 0-0, it was not immediately clear who would take the penalty. The last two penalties had been taken by Aaron Connolly and Coburn respectively, and both had been saved. This time, Ivanovic stepped up and smashed the first spot kick of his senior career into the back of the net. I just didn't think about it. I just thought about winning the game, and that's it. I took the ball and I placed it and I put it in the net, and it was me. I volunteered for the penalty. I did one in the penalty shootout, but it's not in the game. This is the first one, I think. Ivanovic has hit a purple patch since his late strike against the Potters. 2 games later, he bagged his first brace of the season against Portsmouth, with his goals proving decisive as the Lions won 2-1. Oh, it was amazing. I don't know how to describe it, especially because my brother and father was at the game. Oh, it meant a lot to me to score 2 against Portsmouth and to win the game at home. It was so important, and I was so happy after the game. Ivanovic's recent double against Norwich City took his tally to 12 goals in all competitions, 6 of which have been match winners. Oh, it's amazing to score the winners, especially at the Den. The goals at the Den are more special to me in front of our fans. I love scoring, especially at the Den. So there you go. I think what this is what the kids call aura. Aura. He has the aura, which for those of you older than 12 years old is what used to be known as swagger. He has a swagger. He has a thing. He's got a certain thing about him. He'll take the first free kick in his career and he'll score it. He'll take the first penalty kick of his career and he'll score it. And it's like he's been blessed. He's been blessed. So yeah, I mean, I think we've got a lot more to come from this young man. And I'm not talking about this season. I mean, I'm talking about next season as well. Now we've got this also from the southwarknews.co.uk, and also about Mihailo Ivanovic. Mihailo Ivanovic remains tight-lipped about his season target, but Mill's leading goal scorer said he is in the battle for it after the net embracing the Norwich City win. Yeah, so what this refers to is, I think, when he arrived, shall we say, after signing, I think, or maybe after he scored his first goal, there was like some kind of discussion like, do you have a target for any goals you think you're going to score or you want to score this season? And he said, yeah, but I'm not telling you. So, yeah. So we'll see. Now that's interesting, because then, he could, whatever he gets to, he could say, oh yeah, that was my target. Like, we don't know. He might have thought he was getting 20 goals. But, Mihailo Ivanovic said scoring at the Den was a wonderful feeling after he netted a brace to power Mill to a 3-1 win over Norwich City on Good Friday. The Serbian striker has been in fine form of late, scoring 6 goals in the last 7 games, and he continued that run against the Canaries. Point of order. Norwich City was on Easter Monday. Blackburn was on Good Friday. Again, point of order. The 20-year-old scored an unusual goal to break the deadlock in the 8th minute. Femi Aziz fired in a cross that took a late deflection and cannoned off Ivanovic's knee and into the net. And then it's got the same quote. I'm not going to poison your ears with it again. His second was a more standard finish. Jules Havell curled a corner towards the front post. Ivanovic rose above his marker and nodded it past Norwich keeper Vicente Reyes. And then he's got the same quote. Ivanovic's double takes him to 12 goals in all competitions so far, an impressive figure given it's his first season in the league after signing for a then club record fee from Vojvodina last summer. When asked if he expected to score so many goals in his first championship campaign, Ivanovic said, I don't know what to say about that because it's a hard league, especially for the first few games, and when I saw it's so difficult, but you get used to it with your teammates, and when the team is good, I cannot say it's easy to score, but it is my job to score the goals, so hopefully it will be more. 10 out of 12 of Ivanovic's goals have come during Alex Neil's tenure as head coach. It was appointed on December the 30th, 2024. Ivanovic said the Scotsman has helped improve his game. And then they got the same quote about 1 month after he arrived. Ivanovic has also benefited from the presence of fellow striker Josh Coburn, and obviously the same quote about Josh Coburn is amazing. When asked if Coburn helps create space for him, Ivanovic said, "Oh, it's true, because we're up 2 against 2, then against defenders. He helps me a lot, and I try to help him as much as I can, because he is used to this league and I am new. We help each other and we speak a lot. We're good friends. It's amazing." Ivanovic has alluded to his personal goal for the season before, but remains tight-lipped as to what it is and whether he is on track to hit it. "Oh, there is still more to come," Ivanovic said. "We'll see at the end of the season how it goes. I'm in the battle for it, but we'll see if I'm going to hit it." So I would say that was then 15 then, no? Because if he's on 12 and there's 2 games left, he could get 3 goals. So we have to assume that his target was 15 goals. Which, man, that's pretty ambitious if he was thinking of that, before. Like, wow, okay. Now, run. Yes, so the marathon, the London Marathon, the TCS, whatever they are, London Marathon, is this Sunday the 27th of April. Several Millwall supporters will be running the 2025 TCS London Marathon on Sunday the 27th of April. Below, those taking on the 26.2 mile course are highlighted. If you are attending this weekend or even watching from home, be sure to cheer them on. And then they have their, I guess, the pages. It goes to a London Marathon page, so I guess you find out details about their numbers and who they're running for. So yeah, I mean, if you want to donate, I assume there's a donation page for all of these people by clicking on the link. So if you go to millwallfc.co.uk, which is where this is, we've got Jack Wisson running for Guys and St Thomas's Charity. We've got Luke Wilson running for NSPCC. We've got Scott Lockwood running for the Great Ormond Street Hospital. We've got Harrison Isley running for Havens Hospices. We've got Kaylee Lockley running for Royal British Legion. Jane Lindsay running for Lions Food Hub. Chris Little running for Street Vet. Daniel Sexton running for Mind. Catherine Fedden running for Pancreatic Cancer UK. We've got Kerry McClintock running for Mizzen Foundation. We've got Helen Deasy running for Heart UK. We've got Dan Benson running for Tommy Crush Foundation. We've got Sam Allen running for Wisdom Hospice. We've got David Neal running for Versus Arthritis. We've got Morgan Middleton. A lot of alliteration in these names. We've got Morgan Middleton running for Asthma and Lung UK. We've got Paul Nightingale running for Guy and St Thomas's Hospital Kidney Patients Association, and we've got Cara White running for Young Lives versus Cancer. So there you go. If you got a few spare quid, here you go. Now we're going to finish with this. I mentioned it the other day. The under-21s played yesterday. And apparently this was posted a day ago. I didn't see it a day ago, so I don't know if they're hiding it or what. Or if they post it, but they put it on a timer. So it's posted, but it's scheduled rather than posted. So that might be why I don't see it. And then it comes up and then it says it was a day ago instead of today. But I don't know what's going on. So, obviously, I've told you all this yesterday, in yesterday's video, but it's just a little catch up, and then what we do have that we didn't have yesterday is the Millwall team, and once you'll see it, you see this is a very young team, so obviously they did drop points, which is unfortunate, but they're still in it. They are still in it. Millwall's under-21s drew 2-2 with Bristol City. In the Professional Development League on Wednesday afternoon, Kevin Nugent's side fell behind early on at the Robins High Performance Centre, but 2 goals in 2 minutes from Vijayan Celestine Charles and Jet Dyer put the Lions in front at the half-time break. However, City equalised 10 minutes from time to ensure a share of the spoils. And it was 2-1 to Millwall at half-time. The under-21s remain at the top of the South Division table with 2 matches to play, but have the pair of AFC Bournemouth and Brentford hot on their heels. They both have a game in hand on the Lions and sit just 2 points behind in second and third respectively. Next up for Millwall under-21s is the final away match of the regular season, or at Wigan Athletic next Tuesday, and they got 2 games next week. They got a game on Tuesday, an away game all the way up in Wigan. Then they've got a home game on Friday, which is at the Den. And the team for yesterday's game, and as we go through it, you can see Przewozny, Smith, Beaumont, Mansour, Dyer, Ollie Evans, Howland, Lamptey, Celestine Charles, Baker. That's Frankie Baker, F. Baker, and Kendall. And the subs were Whitby on for Smith in the 69th minute, Taylor on for Dyer in the 69th minute, and Thomas Smith on for Baker in the 88th minute. And the subs not used were Lindner and Vieira. Now, I can tell you for certain that there are a number of under-18 players. Obviously, they're playing for the under-21s. And they have played quite a few times for an under-21, some of these players. But their mainstays this season are as under-18 players, and that's Przewozny, Beaumont, Mansour, and Thomas Smith, I believe, and Lindner and Vieira. So it's a very young team. Very, very young team. So obviously, because of the massive injury problems to the first team squad, unable to, free up some first team players to play in this that could be qualified, such as AJ Matthews and Daniel Kelly, who was on the bench the other day. But it is what it is. It is what it is. You got to deal with it, ain't you? So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.